Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Kyle,
Brandon.
Christian.
and we are the Four Corners of Commentary.
Okay, guys, to start this off, by the time you guys hear this episode, uh, I felt the need to just dedicate this what we're doing today. I wanted to dedicate this episode for tomorrow because it's going to drop tomorrow on Friday. Tomorrow, Friday will make 2 years since the passing of my grandmother. For those that do know, if you know me personally, or you've seen me on social media, a lot of you have already known how much I've always championed, always spoke about my grandmother. I've just showed pics about her. You know, she had a long-standing battle with pulmonary hypertension. And from this recording, like if you go back to the day she did that, ended up transitioning. Actually, it was a long-standing, traumatizing thing to happen. I really don't want to go much in detail as to how it happened, how it made me feel, but I just wanted to like really give her the shout out because I always remember she always told me that she always wanted me, whatever happened, always to push forward, do something that I love, and make sure my voice is heard. So it's only just makes sense that I have to do this, that I come on here and I actually like show that yes, my voice is being heard finally. So I guess it's like a little shout out, a little smile up there for you, grandma. You actually show, you get to see my voice is somewhat, it's getting out there. So if you want, I'm probably tomorrow when this episode does drop tomorrow. You'll probably also see on my page a long-standing tribute to her, a long-standing story of how it happened, what led up to this, and how I'm feeling about it. But I just wanted to get this out the way and tell her, rest in peace, Maria Louisa Daley, rest in peace. I love you. I'm always going to remember you. I can never forget you. I wish you were here. I wish you was here because you probably would have been one of my number one fans listening to this. But I hope you're smiling down and everything is okay. Just visit me sometimes. That's all I'd say. But we're good. Thank you.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to your grandmother.
Appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Christian.
So to kick this episode off, basically the four of us wanted to get together and address some of the longstanding accusations that have been happening in the wrestling world to this date. What you've seen on Twitter, if you're a part of the internet wrestling community, speaking out, basically. A lot of women in particular have been accusing a lot of prominent male talent in both the United Kingdom wrestling scene, the American wrestling scene as well, of allegations of sexual assault, abuse, both mentally, physically, and emotionally as well. So the four of us collectively just wanted to touch upon this subject. We don't want to sweep it under the rug. And we want to say collectively, and I know I speak for not only myself, but the three of my colleagues as well, that we do stand with the accusers. These allegations are to be taken with the utmost seriousness, regardless of who's involved, whether it's any of our favorite male or female superstars that are involved is completely irrelevant. We want it to be known that the accusers have voices and they deserve to be heard regardless of what anybody feels of this situation.
Yeah, this is difficult for everybody. It's not supposed to be comfortable. I wasn't necessarily skeptical about doing this, but excuse me, like I said, it's just a really difficult situation. Um, Hopefully, I can speak for all of us when I say um, we were fans of a lot of these wrestlers. Um, you are innocent until proven guilty, but these accusations are pretty heavy. Um, uh, it, it, it's never okay to abuse anyone, be it woman, 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 man, man, woman, man, man. You know, and true real abuse. It's not. It's never okay. And to see, to see so many people speaking out is it's hurtful. As a fan, you always, as a fan of someone, you always want the best. You know, you never want to hear the worst. We've heard that too many times when it comes to the wrestling industry. To anything really. Uh, People stay quiet because they're scared. So seeing so many people speak out is really eye opening. Um, yeah. Sorry, it's just it's. I didn't write this down before we did this episode, so you have to excuse me. Um, it's just there has to be a change, and there always had to be a change. It's just we never really knew, and with this quarantine going on, so many people being bored and just like trapped in their own thoughts. They had to let it out. So you know, uh, it's they to all the victims. You know, I respect your bravery, like we all do. Um, because this wasn't easy. Everybody keeps things bottled up. So I know this couldn't be easy. Uh, Man, I really don't even know what else to say. It's just it's really our hearts are with you, and I hope the truth comes to light, and I hope the best. That I just want the best to happen. It's the only real This only real thing I can hope for is that there's some real growth. That's what we need right now. It's growth. There needs to be some real growth. You know, so that's all I got.
Okay. Uh, this is a very heavy topic, so I'm just going to further reiterate. We are in support of the accusers, and this list of names that I'm reading, we will not be supporting in this time. Um, I want to mention first Velveteen Dream. Uh, we put a disclaimer in our last video, which is our first episode, which stated that we would basically, one second. We basically filmed and recorded that episode before the allegations came out against Velveteen, and we will definitely take this matter seriously, and we wish to see a resolution to this matter. But we reiterate once again, we stand with anyone who's brave enough to tell their stories of their abuse and their injustices that have been done to them. So this list includes Jim Cornette, Matt Riddle, Austin Theory, Darby Allin, Mike Quackenbush, Icarus, The Knight Family, Rich Catalado, David Starr, Dave Christ, Martin Zaki, Rob Feinstein, Will Ospreay, Chino Baffa Reyes, Dan Maff, Mark Haggerty, Kirk White, Aaron Epic, Russell Payne, Chasen Rance, Jimmy Havoc, Trent Seven, Mark Paz Parry, Wolfgang, Dave Lungada, Jordan Devlin, Jack Gallagher, Byron Wilcott, the Coffee Brothers, Congo Kong, Scotty Davis, Justin Roberts, Bull James, Travis Banks, The Arrow, Kendrick Imari, James Ellsworth, and Joey Ryan, as well as Sammy Guevara and Marty Skrull. For those who have already admitted to their faults, admitted to these actions and a lot of these heinous actions, as well as those unproven just as yet, we still stand with these accusers of these people until the truth is heard. Take it away, Brandon.
Thank you, Troy. Now, what I'd like to just speak on is the fact that while it seems that there's only 2 so far that have actually been confirmed, has confirmed it. It was, I believe it's Sammy Guevara and Marty Skrull. They've given their statements out and basically, admitted that they did do such acts. It ties into what I wanted to talk about regarding restorative justice. Now, the point of restorative justice, and I want to speak on that, is because restorative justice, there's key components with it, is that, you have to identify the problem, identify the crime that is being brought into the situation. The accused usually in the next step has to be able to take accountability or know what they did was wrong. And then the third would be, try to come to, I guess, a peaceful resolution as to being, where it's like, it starts out where it's usually, it usually will start out, inclusion. It's inclusion that's into the problem, inclusion of all parties. All parties need to be included for the conversation. Encountering the other side with it would be that the accused has to hear the accuser's side. They have to hear it and understand what they did wrong. They have to understand what they did wrong, what they did was wrong, that to them it wasn't consensual, it wasn't in agreement. The third would be that, you have to, and now the next step would be for making amends. You have to make amends for the harm that was caused. That is because in all aspects with restorative justice, you don't want to necessarily see somebody be put away, but you want them to be able to be remorseful. You want them to really be sorry for what they did, and make sure that they're working on themselves to never have this happen again, which would go tie into then the reintegration of that same party, of the accused, back into the community. It would have to be a long-standing, grandstanding things being done. Like they're going to seek help for this. They're rehabilitating themselves. They're seeking help. They're seeking therapy. They're trying to make sure that they find the deep root of their problem. The deep root of their problem inside and then they're able to just put, so that way they can go, they be able to go back into society. They're able to get the forgiveness of the accusers, be able to be forgiven, or it comes to a peaceful resolution. After that, they know that it's regular, and then they can try to move forward. Now that is a good portion for restorative justice. It would be nice to see that happen, but again, only time will tell. Only time is only going to be able to tell if the accused is even remorseful or even sees that what they did was wrong. That's what we would have to be able to see. Like, I guess with Marty Scurll and with Sammy Guevara, they've seen the error of their actions, and Marty Scurll has even put out a statement that he's willing to be able to like cooperate, go forward to see what can be done to help. So I guess that's also in the right direction, but we just have to still be able to wait and see what will become of that. Same as going with Sammy Guevara. We know Sammy is suspended at the moment without pay. So we'll see, with his comments of what he made to Sasha Banks, even though they've already had that conversation, there's restorative justice is already starting in that aspect. So I'm just like showing different examples. Like, this is what you would want to see from the rest of this long list, because it's a grandstanding list as of right now. You want to be able to see these accused actually come out and admit that what they did was wrong and be remorseful, and then be able to ask for forgiveness, get the help that they want to get, the help they need, so they never do this again. But if it causes to the point that they have to do it without even being employed right now, so be it. That's all I got for that right now.
All right, gents. Everyone, I mean, we can sit here and play the blame game, but we're not going to do that. We are fans first and foremost. We have no right to judge them. But if you have done what you have done and you know it, and you're just remorseless, I don't, we refuse to support you. Excuse me. So I hope the truth comes out. You can only hope for the best. So once again, this is Kyle.
It's Brandon.
Christian.
Troy.
And we are the Four Corners of Commentary.